Customization, transparency, profit. The HedgeBetter sports betting platform is a revolutionary concept that creates a competitive advantage for every party involved in the sports betting process. We are putting the odds in your hands, cutting out the middleman, and empowering a future generation of sports bettors. Look for the HedgeBetter sports betting platform coming in 2023. In the meantime, visit us at www.hedgebetter.com, follow us on Instagram at HedgeBetter, and subscribe to the HedgeBetter YouTube channel.
Welcome to Steele Nazz, episode 96. We're getting there. We're on no guests tonight. Let's have a night. Brought to you part by HedgeBetter from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Antan in the building for the first time of the month. How you feel?
All my NFL picks would have been right if I was on here. Razor in the playoffs.
And you're talking into the microphone. That's good to see.
Yeah.
We've made a lot of progress.
Outside of that, I don't know,
Let me get into the sponsors right away. The law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Do what you do. Follow our laying down the law picks every week. Actually, Antan is on the leaderboard there. Thursday night picks. We got another big game tonight with the Broncos and Colts. Also, Slight Edge Fitness and Performance, who put on a hell of a clinic at the softball tournament a couple of weeks ago.
Great stuff.
They did not win a game, but their sportsmanship was on par.
If there was a weightlifting contest, they won.
By miles.
I don't even think a team could have outlifted one of their players.
Yeah.
Yeah, and since, we no guests tonight, we're just going to roll right into it. Patriots lose their third game of the season, 3 of their first 4. Tough game against the Packers. You're going into it.
Lambeau, baby.
With Lambeau, Brian Hoyer as the quarterback, goes down after, the second series. And then in comes Zappy Zone. And not that he was like this, he did enough to, if you're going to have this late round rookie come in for his first game, it's at Lambeau Field against Aaron Rodgers. I'd say he did a pretty good job. He definitely did above expectation.
Absolutely.
But, what'd you guys think about the game?
I mean, that was my expectation in that game. It was so much funner of a game to watch.
Well,
I hated seeing Brian Hoyer out there.
So, when I was watching it, I was saying this. I was like, you know what? They're giving us a game to watch, and it's not 21-0 in the first quarter. And you know what? Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of was, whatever it was. But, Zappy was not good.
He was all right, dude.
Zappy was not good.
You're a rookie. Your first game.
Would I rather
fucking
Zappy
Lambeau.
over Hoyer? Yes.
But is that the main thing you took from the game?
No. The main thing I took from the game was, honestly, our receivers aren't that bad.
I think our receivers are really good.
I would say, yeah. I think I'd actually agree with you.
Yeah, when Zappy's throwing him dimes.
No, Tony Romo was calling it perfectly. He's this guy's seeing fucking 15 guys on the field. His head's spinning.
Because he is. You know what I mean?
Down, but then you see the 4th and 5 when he got spun around. He had no poise. You could just see it, and I don't blame the kid.
Rookie from Western Kentucky.
He was playing. I don't blame him at all.
Lambeau was a lot.
To Matt's defense, the drunkest guy smoking a cigarette indoors at the Irish pub could have thrown that touchdown pass to Devontae Parker, who's open by about
Not disagree with that. Not disagree with that.
And that might be you, by the way.
That's not, no. Vape guy now.
I think for me that stood out was their defense. I think for outside of the second half against the Ravens, I think they've been top notch. Every game they've been in so far.
Top notch.
I think pretty top notch.
Jack Jones, superstar.
Jack Jones, pick 6.
So I think this is where Belichick is right. Two places he was right is Strange,
Cole Strange,
and
beast,
and number 1 cornerback. He can just plug him in.
Jalen Mills?
No, I'm saying Jones.
Oh, Jones. Yeah,
I think he can just plug him in.
Well.
I mean, that pick 6 was a hell of a play. He read that almost too well. It almost went behind him.
He tricked Rodgers too.
Yeah, exactly.
And it couldn't have been at a better time.
I think that's where Belichick's been right though. People want to give him a lot of shit. We're 1-3. You lose your quarterback.
Tough game. Tough last 2 games. To your point though, yeah, hell of a pick. And if you were to tell me, I bet Aaron Rodgers has never thrown a pick that close to halftime in his career.
Ever. No, I definitely not.
Well, what a turn of events that was. That was all right, they're going to drag this out. They'll probably lose by a couple scores to, wow, we got a lead at half. We're right in
jacked
this.
Up. Let's go.
We're going. You know what? This is the big thing I saw out of the game is this guy has killed us throughout the first 4 games of the season. Isaiah Wynn,
Terrible.
Offensive line there.
He's
They-
gonna get our quarterbacks.
That was a pathetic performance.
But
Pathetic
they
performance.
finally got the guy off the couch, Marcus Cannon. Who Joey Boats' guy, Marcus Cannon, leads charges. I don't know if you remember his rant from a couple years ago where he was in here. But Marcus Cannon, who signed off the street, was on the practice squad, got elevated. When Wynn's game went to shit again the other day, they brought Marcus Cannon, and he's just a big boy.
He's just a house of a man.
Is a good presence, and that's another guy we need to fill the void, especially if you can have a young quarterback back there.
I mean, you can't have a guy getting in untouched when you got a young quarterback.
Well, I mean, you had Hoyer. He let Hoyer die.
Yeah, murdered.
I mean, you have literally.
And Rashawn Gary's good. Like, he's getting beat by a good player.
Fine, yeah. And who's the guy in the middle for the Packers there? Fuck it. What's his name? Kenny.
I can't think of his name.
97 there.
He's a house of a man too.
He's their best player. Their D tackle there. Whatever. Him and Andrews absolutely were phenomenal against them. They were them two right there. You bring in Cannon. A win sucks. Yeah, I mean that cost us a lot of time. I think they should have treated that last drive. I don't know if it was overtime or right before overtime as a 4-down play. That 3rd and 5 instead of throwing it there. I think they should have just ran it one more time, and then played it as a 4th and 2, 4th and 3. But other than that, I thought they played a good game. They were no business. They were 9.5 dogs. 9 dogs?
Oh yeah,
Exactly,
you had
no
Bailey Zappi versus the Packers and Lambeau. They were the fact that you're in that is crazy.
My only one peeve I had out of the game, which the Pats probably have one of the best, duo running back sets in Harris and Stevenson. I think they've both been pretty good to start the year. They relied heavy on them, but when it comes to winning a ball game, first and maybe second down, but you got to try to win the game at some point.
You do,
I
absolutely.
see.
Especially against Rodgers. You can't give him shots.
At that point,
he's
go
gonna
for
go
the
down
win.
field.
At that point, go for
I
the
don't
win.
think so. I don't think you killed this. I don't think Bill was like, all right, this kid has had no really first team practice, which maybe it should have. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to explain.
My point is, what's the worst case scenario there? He throws a pick to lose the game, or you go 4th and out and give Aaron Rodgers
5 picks, or he
You get
loses the game. You don't know.
throw 5 picks. I'm talking about the last drive of the game.
Yeah, he threw it and fucking sucked.
You can't throw 5 picks in one.
No,
series.
I'm saying that last series they threw it on 3rd down. I was saying run it.
I think they just
Play it as 4 downs. Get into field goal range.
That game on both sides though, because they both have running back duos. It was a running back masterclass.
Oh yeah, no.
Because their duo went off
Aaron
too.
Jones
Their duo went off too. Yeah.
Outside of Cleveland, I'd probably take Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon over anyone in the league.
Yeah, they looked incredible.
I think I would take him over them.
You think? Yeah, I
it's
personally
close,
like the
but I
Browns,
think
but
I think I'd go Packers too. But it's close. It is.
Yeah. So everything I like there, you saw. I still don't understand why they don't give Kendrick Bourne more time.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the most talented receiver on this roster, man. I keep seeing Devontae Parker. Yeah, he's coming out of his shell. He's playing a little better. Nelson Aguilar is a fumble away from blowing another game. They haven't really gotten the tight ends involved. So my point is, Kendrick Bourne, with Jacoby Myers especially out, why isn't he getting more pull?
I don't know, but
It's the Matt Patricia effect. I heard.
It is. That's what I've seen as well. But I also think. I think half the playbook just went out the window when Zappy went in.
Yeah, that's true.
This week.
Oh,
I
easily.
think that just changed everything.
Ground and pound.
Did you see the clip with just Belichick talking to Zappy? It's like, if I saw that, there would be poop in my pants, and it's like I don't want to be on that white piece of paper when I go.
Yeah,
Belichick talking to me right there. I know he was doing everything, whatever to help.
When Matt comes back,
I think that was the worst thing.
When Matt comes back, if Bourne is still not getting that's just awful.
Yeah,
you got to be better. But
you look at the stats though. I know it's it's stats, but 10 for 15, 99 yards, a touchdown pass, rating on 107.
Yeah, he didn't hurt us.
He did not play
the
bad.
fumble was Wynn's fault again.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
So, and that's bad. And when you get hit that hard, dude, you're not going to hold on to the fucking ball.
You know who our best player was our punt returner there. He was
return game was great.
Yeah,
that was
special
our best
teams
player
was
in
great.
the game. He kept us in the game. I don't really have much bad to say about a loss, which is
surprising.
Yeah.
Because usually I'm bad in a win, so
surprising.
I liked what the Patriots showed. Judon was Judon. Who was that 49 with the long hair there? He was everywhere.
I forget his name.
Tavai.
He's like he's the new
excellent.
special teams guru.
No.
He was out there on plays
not
though.
The special teams guy, the linebacker.
Oh,
He was out there on plays. His name's
T-
something
T-
like
Tavai.
Tavai.
oh.
He was
He's like a
everywhere.
Hawaiian guy with the long
He
hair.
was awesome. He was awesome.
He did his first tackle. He drilled the guy, and I was like, "Who in the hell was that?"
He made one mistake early on too, but after that he was probably their
happens.
second best defensive player
Keep me
besides
back in.
Junon.
Speaking of week 4, before we move on to week 5 and game picks for the Pats Lions, best thing you saw this week in the NFL?
The best thing I saw this week might have just been like the Jared Goff Geno Smith shootout.
Yeah.
That was electric, and no one saw. Like, why would that game be 48-45?
48-45, absolute no defense being played.
Like, just like that was shocking. Like, that was one of those, like, when it was on the ticker, like every time it went by, there was like 2 more touchdowns scored, and it was like, what the hell is happening in that game?
Is Geno Smith a scrub?
Yeah.
He's crawling himself out of that.
No, he's a scrub.
I don't-
The
I
Lions'
thi- I
still
defense
think
is-
yes,
the
but
Lions'
he's-
defense is so
On
bad.
the other hand, though, I don't think Jared Goff's a scrub. I think he's pretty good.
No,
think he's
I
pretty
don't.
damn good.
I don't
Good
think he
football
is.
player.
His test is against us this week. Best thing I saw this week was actually, I think, the Eagles. Down 14-0
Yeah, I was going to
early,
say that. Yeah.
and they solidified themselves as a legitimate, fucking awesome team.
'Cause I think
AJ
the
Brown's that good.
I think the Jags are the real deal. So
They
it's
are.
not like they didn't like do this against a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
They came back. They flipped the script.
As a hater, the Ravens also love to see them implode.
Yeah, the Bills.
A lot of fighting on the
Bills show a lot
sideline.
of
Love
problems
that.
there.
That Ravens team is very, very.
They're all
good.
fighting on the sideline
Who
and stuff. I
cares?
love
You
it.
Fight it. Yeah.
And
Wait till Aaron Judge fucking knocks Stanton out this weekend.
so you guys took
Take it easy, man.
you're both positives, good stuff out of the week. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs finding their offensive game back and towering over Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 41-31.
There is nobody who scores points faster than Patrick Mahomes.
No one.
You look away and they had the ball back in the ball in the red zone. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's a tough scene.
No, gamblers, if you're listening, the Sunday night game is big because the next day, back to neutral,
That's it,
new
yeah.
week. So I need to get back to neutral. So I put everything I was losing on the Chiefs. I was like, no brainer. Tom's going through a divorce.
Ooh, I
This
didn't think it
team's
was.
not moving the way they want to right now. Their games in December and January. The Chiefs are going to take this right now, and they did. On the flip side, what I really saw this week is a team lose to the Jets, and whenever you see that, that's awful to see.
Yeah.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers are, not that really had a lot of expectations to start the season, but you kind of thought Mitchell Trubisky was going to show a little bit more than what he's been showing. They brought in Kenny Pickett, didn't do any better with 3 picks. He's starting this week. Zach Wilson
Against Buffalo.
Against
Those
Buffalo.
Yeah.
picks were jokes. They were tips. They were Hail Mary.
Yeah.
He was okay.
Yeah, he was all right. And I mean, I thought he should have started week 1.
Well,
I thought Mitch was a waste of time.
It's like Zappy. It's like, all right, he comes in after an injury, and I get we were playing Horror the whole time. It's like when you have the full team practice with the first team and you're ready.
Oh,
to
I
go,
get him not being good at
it's
that
completely
game.
different.
But he was a first-round pick. I think, and the other one was Mitch fucking Trubisky.
No,
I would have
no,
just
no.
gone with the kid.
Yeah, from week 1.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying,
I don't
from week
think-
1.
I don't know. I don't think you do because I think you want him to just feel the NFL presence. I think Tomlin actually did this one the right way. Maybe just let them lose and say, hey, we're starting them this week. But I don't know.
I see a lot of
I don't hate that.
comparisons in the situation the Patriots had last season. Obviously, I'm not the head coach there. I don't see how well Kenny Pickett developed. I didn't know how Mac Jones developed, going into his rookie year. But if it were me, I would have played Kenny Pickett the first game too. But obviously, Mike Tomlin could have seen something else. He said, okay, this kid's not ready. But at the end of the day, you know what you're going to get on Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
And that's a guy who, inconsistent throwing, finds first downs with his legs. That's probably the only positivity you get out of him, and doesn't finish drives off with touchdowns, field goals.
I mean, that's why I wanted Zappy. I wanted somebody I didn't know.
No TJ Watt. Minka
Oh,
Fitzpatrick
yeah.
now
No,
is
it's
hurt, but he, you know what I mean. So I think he was just let's get this kid prepped and ready to play in the NFL.
Yeah, I'll get off the Steelers in a sec, but they haven't even let up that many points. They just haven't. I think they're probably averaging like 15 points a game.
Right, and they have
That's
Najee Harris.
ridiculous.
And,
Yeah, and they have all.
George Pickens.
Yeah,
is
people say the
very good.
Patriots don't have weapons. The Steelers have all the weapons. They have
Washington.
Deontay Johnson.
Johnson.
Yep.
I know everyone
Clay-
dogs on, but Chase Claypool's a good player.
He's got to figure it out. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
Like I think he needs a quarterback with an arm. Like if he goes to the Chargers, I think he's like you're talking different about him. If he goes to like the Chiefs, I think you're talking different about him. But there's certain quarterbacks that Chase Claypool is he's just not meant for, and this is one of the places. I don't know what Kenny Pickett's arm's like, maybe not, but I think it's the Deontay Johnson George Pickens show for sure.
For sure. And
With Najee.
we're gonna move on to Week 5. This is the game of the year. Lions at the Patriots. Game of the year for the New England Patriots. They need to win this game. This isn't a want. This isn't, if we beat Green Bay, that's great. If we beat Baltimore on our home opener, that's great. This is a game they need to have if they want to have any sense at playoff aspirations.
A season.
They're sitting at 1-3. They have a stretch coming up where they're playing the Jets. They're playing the Lions. They're playing the Bears. Who else they're playing? They're playing the Browns next week. I mean, they have a chance to stack up a couple wins there, and it starts on Sunday at home at Gillette against the Lions. As good as the Lions offense has played, I think they're averaging the most in the league. They're allowing the most in the league.
I was about to say, like based on just like the games, like as fucked as it is to say, like we're much more of a 1-3 team than they are. Like they've lost a game 48-45 and like won like 38-35 and stuff. Like their offense is buzzing.
But
the defense is obviously.
It's also a lot of garbage time. No, I'm not taking anything away from the Lions. I think Belichick shuts down Hawkinson. I think he respects him. That's a guy that he would like. I think that's who gets shut down.
Is St. Brown playing?
I don't know. He's
that's huge.
So it comes down to Reynolds and then their running back who's stepped in and been great because Swift.
Even these defensive game plans the Pats have shut up. I expect them to do the Foley thing against Jared Goff too. Every game for the most part, besides Lamar Jackson's second half, they've done a good job. Keeping the base, keeping them even when they get into the red zone, they keep them with 3 instead of 7.
Yep.
This whole question is, how does Bailey Zappi respond to a full game, full week of preparation, knowing he's going to play? Let's be honest, Mac Jones is not playing.
I don't think he's going to play.
No,
they're going to go with the same scheme they did against Green Bay.
You can't take all this game of the year with Bailey Zappi at quarterback.
It is because you need the game. You need the game.
Yeah, but
you cannot lose this game.
And I think one thing that helps in a way with it being Bailey Zappi is the fact that we're going to be so run oriented. So like they won't put up all those points. Like you got to ball control the shit out of it.
You need to capture off this play action pass. I think the play action pass can be wide open considering you're going to run the ball 30, 40 times in the game.
And the arm looked all right with Zappi.
Was touched. He just lost his mind.
Did Bailey Zappi sleep with your girl or something?
No,
Seems like it.
I'm a big Zappi guy.
Friend of the pod.
Last year I was Team Hoyer and he took his job and I'm not over that, but
who?
Hoyer was my guy last year, remember?
Yeah, fuck Hoyer.
Yeah, I'm saying
fuck
I was
Hoyer.
rooting hard, but I'm saying he was just anytime he got touched, he was all over the place. He's not he's a fucking rookie, a third string rookie. He never expected to see a snap this year.
No shit, and he played pretty well in Lambeau.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can't give him game of the year. In week 5,
that's just where we're at.
I'm not giving him the game of the year. I'm giving the team the game.
Yeah, that's just where we're at.
This is where we're at. That's not the situation
reality.
that you want. This is the reality situation. October 9th, the best day of the year.
I think it's over.
After it.
It is just the shittiest day of the year.
I think it's over. To be honest with you.
You said
Red throwbacks. You
said about the Jets
Zappy
too.
zone can't lose.
I think I can. Yeah,
What's the final score, Matt? You took the Pats last week over the Green Bay. I don't know if you're on a bender or what, but.
I almost had it.
Yeah, I know.
I would go 28-16 Lions.
Okay. I'm going to go on a different end. I think the defense is going to allow less than that. I think the Pats squeak one out here. I'm saying 24-13.
Yeah, I like that better than mine.
24-13.
I think Belichick isn't. I think Belichick.
He has a plan.
21-17 Pats. And then my secondary thing is like whatever that score Joe Zappi said for the score of that other game. He said 70-50. Let's go.
It was close.
After really thinking about it, it's 19-6.
You can't change the score now.
Yeah, you're already on record, dude. There's no editing here.
Fine.
Yeah, Showtime's not here.
I don't think we're gonna score, and I think Belichick's gonna own Goff. I think
as he did.
Yeah.
In past occasions.
So now we'll get to our lock of the week segment. Does anyone have one, or you need to look at your
I'm
phones?
going
I have it, I just gotta
49ers.
Double check the numbers.
49ers
49ers over the Panthers.
6.5 on the road.
The 49ers defense looks unbelievable this year.
At home, though.
Dude, Baker Mayfield has a QBR of like 15.
Baker
It's like
Mayfield
historically
is
bad.
really bad.
And like I think that defense, like I think it's like I know it's Jimmy G. I think it's like a 21-zip shutout.
I can see that.
I don't think Baker does a thing against that defense.
It's almost like shut down McCaffrey time, and that's
Yeah.
trade him or just not let him get hurt.
No, I don't think
It's like
I
that.
don't think they do a thing
That
against
team does it
defense.
every year. Even what's his name? The Palmer who like works out with all the quarterbacks. Forget the guy, but he works out with Sam Darnold, and he just like put out this video of like Sam Darnold the other day. He's like
Seeing ghosts.
He's ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all right, dude, this team's
Yeah, my lock is the Packers -8 over the Giants. I think people
You
are
think
going
it'll
to
bounce back?
I think people are overreacting to the Patriots being that close, underrating Belichick's game plan for Rodgers. I think that Green Bay's defense is very good. The Giants aren't good. They have Saquon Barkley as a good fantasy player, but they are not a good fucking team. All their wide
A lot
receivers
of
are hurt.
holes. A lot of
Their
holes.
defense sucks. I think 8's not too bad. It's a big number, but I think it's Rodgers is gonna say fuck this. We went there this good.
I was looking at the Titans Commanders game, and like that's a close spread, iffy. But give me the Bills over the Steelers by 14. I think that's about $1 billion.
Oh, that's so
I
many
think
points.
Kenny Pickett, rookie outing here, gonna take a big beating by this defense. I know they're a little depleted, but I think that could be a score like 41 to like 10.
So
I think it
many
could be an
points.
absolute blowout at home in Buffalo. I think the Bills could be buzzing against.
You can't be
Steelers.
locking in 14.
As I
I
do
just did.
every lock of the week segment, lock of the week hit last week too. Don't just listen to the Thursday Night Football graphic. Lock of the week's work, people.
I mean,
Cardinals last week by $1 billion. They did it. It's like a 1-point spread.
I mean, 14.
You just broke
Love it.
Maddie's brain.
I love it.
I just
The brain's not already broken.
I can't bet that because that's like Kenny Pickett throws an early touchdown or there's a defensive fucking.
Then don't lock it in,
special
dude.
teams. I'm not.
Don't
I
lock it
did.
in.
I'm not.
Don't lock it in.
Cower in fear.
I'm not.
Hide.
I'm not. I
We're-
am.
We're
No,
getting.
I'll take. I would bet the Steelers.
I was looking at Bruins here, but you know what? We're gonna transition. Since Antan's here tonight, Red Sox go home, game 162. See you later, Dennis Eckersley.
See you,
Judge
JD.
hits his 62. Rays are in the first round against Cleveland. Just thoughts how the season went, and first round matchups. We'll get to those in a second. Just overall for me, I think the Red Sox pretty disappointing year. Obviously,
You don't say. What happened?
They haven't re-signed their top two guys yet.
That's not
They're gonna have a couple guys walk in free agency.
JD's gone.
Seems like this is a team that is gonna have some turnover going into next year, and that's really all I have out of that.
I had like 5 great months and like 1 extremely shitty one.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much how the year went. And I'll take that.
I'm
That gets
pretty
you to win in the
sure
division.
I was exact on the records of the standings.
Didn't you win like 85
But,
games?
but I was exact on the standings. Besides the Rays over the Yankees are over the Rays. I
Yeah.
think I hit the standings on the head. I said the Orioles ahead of the Red Sox. I think I nailed on the head. If we wanna
We'll
flip
fact
it.
check this.
Yeah,
we'll get
we
back
can
to
look
that.
back, but I'm pretty sure I fucking nailed that. And I'm always going to take the fucking Rays. But
Hell of a year though. Aaron Judge, the god.
like I said, tomorrow, you know what? We're playing at
62.
noon. McClanahan, Bieber.
I love noon postseason baseball. There's nothing.
That's a great
I'm-
matchup.
just Little League World Series baseball.
I'm
besides
worried
that.
about the Guardians because they're
Contact.
Jose Ramirez.
They're as scrappy as us. They get the pop like us. They get the whatever. If we get through them, I don't know. I like Rasmussen and McClanahan showed up in the playoffs last year. I'm not afraid of the pitching and what we can do and how we can do it.
Who's we if the people don't know?
the Rays?
The Rays.
One's huge for you guys, I think, because 2, like, they have a good rookie who's going up, but it's Glass now, so like you guys should like 2. So if you guys can beat Bieber, you guys have a great matchup going into game 2.
Is Glass now even going to?
Yeah, I think it's Glass now too, and they have their
See,
rookie McKenzie who's filthy,
nasty, but he's a rookie.
but he's a rookie. You
But the
don't know how
thing is,
that's gonna
so,
go.
Like Rasmussen and McClanahan last year in the playoffs people don't realize that's where they really made
Your
they-
franchise runs on a bullshit no-name guy
It's
doing
crazy,
something
yeah.
awesome.
So and then we have them 3 in the playoffs, which is I would take them over probably any other 3. You know, Houston's got Verlander, Javier, Framber, Valde. Who's their 3?
Trevor Valde, yeah.
I'd rather our 3. The Yankees got Severino's just almost pitching no hitter. That's fucking sucks going in. Like I don't like
Nasty Nestor,
Yeah.
baby.
with Cole
So
and Nestor. So you know, I think they can go toe to toe with them.
Out of the 4 wild card matchups, so it's 3 Cleveland, 6 Tampa, 3 St. Louis, 6 Philly. Then you got 4 Toronto, 5 Seattle, and then 4 Mets, 5 San Diego. Out of all the 4 of those series, who do you think has the best spot for the best upset? I'll start with you, Steele.
For the best upset,
Upside in what way?
Like 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5.
the Mariners would be an upset over the Jays. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say that one is the best shot.
Because the Mariners are a team that that
Tight-knit, red
that's one
hot.
of the more feel good.
Give me the J-Rod show all day,
feel-good
just like the home
stories.
run derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luis Castillo should have gone to the Yankees.
One of the
but he
most
was up there.
scariest things I think for me is
The Mets.
the Mets, and it's
The 2 pitchers.
but best out of 3. You win 2 games, you go to the next round. You got Max Scherzer and Jacob DeGrom. Whatever way they're going, I would throw DeGrom first game, whatever it,
I would throw
it
Scherzer.
takes.
Yeah, whoever
Exactly.
didn't-
That's my point.
whoever didn't pitch last,
Yeah.
just go.
I would throw. I just would.
San Diego's a pretty good ball club, and they're up against hell coming out of the gate here.
That's,
I didn't know that was the upset. I would have picked that obviously.
No,
San
'cause
Diego?
because they're
over
fun.
the Mets.
No, the Met. No,
the
I'm
Mets
saying
are
the
the
Mets.
favorites.
Okay,
They-
so I did
Mets are
right there.
favorites.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, okay, if there was one team that could upset the Mets, it's San Diego. So that's an awesome matchup. Like I think the other one's Philly versus.
St. Louis.
When Philly, you got to be
St.
careful with
Louis-
Philly because if
pass.
Schwarbo and Harper go nuclear, they can win 2
on
games.
On the other side, it's Goldschmidt, it's
Arenado and Pujols.
and
Respect.
pool holes.
Gotta have respect.
Pujols has had the best month in baseball.
I don't give a shit.
That's not even being
Legit, 24 home runs at age 42.
I like
That's nuts.
the thing.
I haven't even had.
And most of those are the last 2
But
months.
Paul Goldschmidt, to your point,
I mean,
probably
the-
the NL
MVP,
MVP.
I would say
The
so.
Rays over the Guardians is my upset. Obviously.
That would be my upset too. I just think they've been there, done that.
It acts exactly well.
Cleveland hasn't. Cleveland obviously have been in playoffs before, but I feel like with this group they really haven't done that before. And I think when it comes down to it, I mean,
The Rays just do it.
playoff baseball comes down to pitching and timely hitting. It's simple as that. And if Randy can get hot, if
Randy.
Glasnow's back, right?
Yeah, he's
back,
pitching game
yeah.
2.
Pitching game 2.
See, I don't.
Shane McClanahan game 1, who's a stud.
He is.
He had a bad. He had after the All-Star break, he had a rough stretch, but he's
He was head to head
Somehow
with
come back.
Verlander for a while
and then he
there.
lost it, yeah, and then
He didn't even lose. Verlander just didn't.
the thing with Glasnow, and this is
Fuck
why I
Justin
don't want
Verlander.
him going number 2 is he got hurt when they took away the sticky tack. He got hurt that next start. And whatever, he's come back. He has some of the filthiest stuff in the game.
Oh, absolutely. He's
sorry.
unbelievable.
But if he somehow just doesn't have that, he got trash canned by the Indians in that AL, that was his last playoff start when the trash can game versus the Rays that nobody talks about because the Yankees apparently are good or something now. But
Yeah, whatever. No one cares about your franchise
Rasmussen
on the planet.
last year was a great fucking playoff pitcher. And then you let the bullpen do the rest, and that's what the Rays have relied on, and that's why I want him going too. But you know what? Whatever.
I want you to lose just because I don't want to play the Rays again in the playoffs.
Nobody does. But I don't want to play the Guardians.
You guys just have a bunch of no names that throw sidearm 100-mile-per-hour fucking nonsense, and I hate it.
So wait. So the Rays play the Rays winner.
The
play
We'll get
the
there
Yankees
next week.
get the winner.
We'll
of
get there
that.
next week.
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to check out the Browns.
My last question before we get out of baseball is going into the season, I think I had the Blue Jays winning it over the Dodgers. I have now switched my pick because obviously we've played 162 games. I'm going to have my prediction of going into the playoffs. So I think it's really interesting because they were winning in the division all season. But I just think it's their year, man. I think the New York Mets can get it done. I have them representing the NL over an upset, whenever they get to the Braves or if they don't even get to the Braves, it's because the Dodgers. I have the Mets just because of their pitching and just sound defense. They just sound they have the championship type pedigree. On the other hand, I'm going with a team that's been the best team in the AL all year. I think Houston's going to come out of the AL. Again, exceptional talent. Age 40, Justin Verlander, best pitcher in baseball this year. Definitely has pitched the best. I don't even think that's in question.
He had his best year. That's so fucked.
That's so fucked.
I don't think it's in question. No.
No.
Dude, if DeGrom was healthy all year, I bet he would have done it.
But how about this? You lost your best two players the last 2 years, and George Springer and Carlos Correa, and you're still exactly where you were. How crazy is that? The Astros, they're the best team in the AL.
Part of that was
record-wise.
because of those two pitchers that became like just as good this year,
They're the
and
best.
the rest of that lineup's still fucking sick, dude.
What do you think the Rays have fucking done for their entire fucking?
But that's
franchise?
not the way the Astros operate. That's what I mean. There's different organizations that develop in different
it's
processes.
much-
Why are you,
it's-
why
it's
is your
much-
mind blown? What
it's
about
much-
the A's.
It's
go
much
to it?
crazier that his team does it every year than the Astros.
Yeah,
Like that's not even like close.
like you're an idiot.
Like that team still just had like Altuve, Yordan, fucking like
You're not coming back. Like what's his name? They
I-
called him the Destroyer for
Kyle
60.
Tucker,
No, Estrada-
Alex Bregman.
Estrada
Like
Aquino. How he kind of faded off. I thought Jordan was gonna kind of do that. Jordan
Nah.
is a beast.
You're done.
yeah, that guy's a monster.
He's dangerous in the playoffs too.
Who's a guy that you would rather face? Like who you would like? I don't think there's anyone scarier to like. Oh shit, he's coming up.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, I mean,
That's
come
it,
on,
but
man. You could be a hater, but not this year.
No.
I think in the playoffs too. I think it's Freddie Freeman. I think I would rather face Jordan than Freddie.
See, I'm every year I just wait for the Dodgers to just like shit on everyone,
It doesn't matter.
and
I'm
then
afraid of
eventually
Freddie.
their luck runs out. And I'm just not doing it this year. I'm not getting on the Dodgers. I don't get on their bandwagon. Like I don't root for them, but I do expect like that they're just gonna piss everyone
Inevitability,
off.
like it's like LeBron back in the day.
But now I'm not backing them. I don't. I think they're gonna. There's too many good teams in the NL this year. The Braves are good. The Mets are good. And any team that comes out of here, you look at St. Louis. You look at Philly. All these teams can play. San Diego.
Look at the whole playoffs. The playoffs were
None of the teams
right.
we just talked about were
The
bad.
playoffs are
Yeah.
right. Seattle is falling off.
I think the NL is way stronger than the AL. in my
I
opinion.
don't.
I think they're pretty equal, but like
I think
the
Seattle
Dodgers.
is the worst team in the playoffs.
Yeah, Seattle,
they're
Seattle,
they're
and the
feel-good
Guardians.
team. They're the team that
They're gonna be good.
Yeah,
they're-
they look great. Future's bright there.
Whenever the A's or like the Twins or something make the playoffs, and it's like, oh, it's nice, but they lose in the first round.
Yeah, the
that
Yankees love the Twins.
yeah, exactly. Like they'll get eaten up. That's why I think Toronto's a strong team. Look out for two in terms of upsetting in the.
I'm not
divisional
afraid
round.
of them.
I will forever fear George Springer.
I'm not afraid.
forever.
I'm not afraid of Seattle or Toronto.
I'd be afraid of Toronto, not Seattle.
I'm not as afraid. As a Rays fan, the teams I'm most afraid of in order are Houston, then the Guardians, and then the Yankees.
I'd be afraid of Seattle if Seattle wins this series. If
If-
they really get the
yeah,
Cinderella
yeah,
shit
yeah.
going, then I'd be like if I was a Jays fan, I wouldn't be too scared right
That's the
this
thing
second.
about the Rays. It's like they've done it so long.
Agreed.
It's like they're not even a Cinderella. So it's like,
Yeah, we know your shit,
yeah,
dude.
It's like, But you know what? I don't know. I just think I think we have the best three going three deep in the AL. I'm not, but the thing is, the hitting against these top level pitchers, especially when it counts. If you're a betting person and the Rays keep going, take an under every single game, I bet you'll come out with some money.
I like where your head's at least. How about that bet every time I would do when Randy was being Randy?
We watched
If
it.
Randy would have hit a home run, just kept nailing it.
That was awesome.
That was
nailing it.
fucked.
Oh, that was great.
That was a good watch. That was good. I can't wait to do it again.
He killed it against his. I think when they lost last year to the Sox, like he even killed it in that. Like
Hey, he stole
He
home.
yeah, he stole home.
He did. That ball fucking doesn't. I'm not.
I think
I'm
that's.
not going
I think
back
that
to-
home steal like ruined it
Kyle
though.
Schwarber's fat fucking stomach. Fuck you.
Brandon Lau. Oh, for the
Oh,
century.
for over 19. Fuck.
I'll never forget that name just because of that.
If he imagine if he was like half decent, the series is over.
Yeah, if he went like
Yeah.
3 for fucking 20.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ugh.
All right, well, we'll transition on to our last topic of the night since Antan wants to dodge the Brady-Giselle split. We'll get into Bruins season preview as they open up next Wednesday, October 12th.
let's
against
go.
Alexander
We're back.
Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. We're back, but how back are we?
Not really too
A lot
back.
of injuries. You got McAvoy's out.
Yep.
Marshawn's out.
Grizzlick's hurt.
Grizzlick's hurt.
Hall's hurt.
Hall's hurt.
Hall's
just-
skating though.
Yeah,
he
Hall
might
just
be back.
got hurt. You've seen a lot, through these preseason games. I know just preseason, but you've seen a lot of promise through guys like Johnny Beecher?
Yep, Johnny Beecher, first round pick back a couple years back.
Michigan. I think he's only 21 years old.
Yeah, he's still.
Yeah, he just got optioned to Providence, but probably for the best there.
Yeah.
Lysell there, who's played pretty well.
Greer's
21.
looked great. Greer had he also had the game winner in 2 games ago.
Yep, and then last but not least, the McLaughlin kid from Billerica, who's played really well, got called up for a little bit last
Yeah, he played a
season.
couple games. Looked pretty good.
He's still a very young kid. He had a handful of goals in the preseason. I would say that this is a team where you're kind of in limbo because you really don't know what to expect. But I think I do expect, because I think their high this year is getting to the playoffs. And then when the NHL, then anyone can win.
Exactly. No, yeah. They're a playoff team if they can survive the opening months with these injuries. And then what the young kids who come up do gives you their actual ceiling.
Yeah.
Like if some of those kids can play like solid bottom 6 players, because the top 2 lines are going to be amazing.
Because I think season starts October 12th. I think you could see those kids as early.
Oh,
as
they're going to be playing early.
mid-November.
They're going to be playing
Mid-November,
early.
They could be up.
For some reason, I'm positive tonight, but wouldn't you want to kind of see the kids early when everybody's kind of like slacking around? You want to see them playing hard.
Not too early. You don't want to see them.
But then you have trade chips.
Yeah.
You develop, like
Yeah.
like what if like Zappy becomes a decent quarterback and now you can move him for a 2nd round pick.
Well, one of the ones who was up for the trade block a lot of things was Mike Riley, who absolutely nipped last night for the win. So I don't know. I don't the way he was playing.
How many NHL players are named Mike Riley, by the way?
Too many.
Yeah.
If you, especially though, even more foreign names, there's there's been a Samsonov and shit in the NHL since the dawn of the sport.
Now I'm really,
There should be forever.
I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with the goaltending situation, because you got Jeremy Swayman there coming into his 2nd full season, would you call it? And then you have Linus Ullmark, who played pretty well last year, up and down.
He was good. He was good.
But they're both 1A, 1B type players. I just think you should roll them out almost every other game, and then see where you go from there. And then whoever's hot, I think you stick with for a little bit and see what they can do.
I think what they did last year was pretty much exactly what they should run back until one of them stretches away.
But I think when someone is stretching a little bit, I think you got to give him some pull.
No, that's fine.
think,
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Swayman has played the last 3 games he's played. He's let up 1 goal combined.
Yeah.
Let him play 4
course.
or 5 games, get really comfortable, and see if you can really make it to a franchise goal.
When we got to the playoffs last year, it was still kind of 1A, 1B. If we get to the playoffs this year, I want there to be 1. I want to go into the playoffs knowing that this is the fucking guy.
Yeah, and then
Whoever it is.
Back on the point, you got Krejci, you got Bergeron back. This is a last hurrah. That's what I was thinking today. I'm imagine this team next year, unless they all decide to come back again for one more year. You're gonna see a whole new faces. And then Pasternak's on the last year of his deal. Is after all these guys are gonna retire, is he just gonna want to have a fresh, clean slate somewhere else? I mean, it's tough to think that way.
The game last night, and obviously it's just one preseason game, but they threw fellow Czechoslovakian Zacha, the newer guy we got,
Love him.
on the line with Krejci and Pasta, and they just single-handedly just violated the New York Rangers.
Love it.
And that will be our 2nd line, so
They got Zacha in a
Run
trade
it.
for
run it.
Craig Smith, or was it the
Now we still have Craig Smith.
who's the other guy? The second, he played good last year towards the end of the season.
Holla.
Holla, yeah, he was good.
No, that line crushed them, and it was. I mean, if that's running when Marchand gets back, if that's running behind Marchand, Bergeron, DeBrusque, 2 unbelievable lines. I mean, Krejci and Pasta already have it back, because they were playing in Czech. They were playing in Czech. They still have the chemistry 100%.
Well, too, another thing I see, and it's not about the Bruins anymore. It's kind of what we talked about before the Patriots season. It's everyone around them. I feel like all the teams, look at Carolina, Rangers, Pittsburgh, they're all going to be there. Florida has another year to improve. Toronto and Tampa are always there every season. And the playoffs last year, every playoff team made the playoffs probably entering December.
Yeah.
And now you have, Johnny Hockey going to Columbus. Columbus got better. The Islanders had a bad year because they missed a straight month because of COVID. That's a team to look out for. Opening night against Washington, that will be a big game.
We'll see how Florida bounces back because they made a huge trade. They got Matt Kachuk, but they got rid of their guy who just got 115 points.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that affects them.
And then Philly is either a hit or miss team. All these other teams stink. I mean, I'm looking at this. Buffalo stinks. Detroit stinks. Ottawa, Jersey, Montreal. I mean,
Jersey's the
all.
only one of those teams that might show something because they had a lot of young talent and a number 1 overall pick. Like if those they can progress, they might be
Yeah.
good. I'm not saying they're going to be like
Overall, but I'm expecting a pretty average season from the Bruins. I'm expecting a lot more on the other side of the floor in the Garden, which that's a little teaser for next week since the Celtics will open up the week after.
get me to the playoffs,
so we'll
Bruins.
save
I'm all in.
ourselves- Yeah. There's nothing better than playoff hockey,
Yeah.
but we got to get there first. Anton, anything else to share tonight before thank the folks?
Yeah, because you're just such a douche that me and Steele didn't even get to pick our World Series picks.
What are your World
Absolute
Series picks?
scumbag.
Rays Cardinals.
All right, Rays Cardinals. Any analysis? Just because you're
No,
You love
we're
the
close
Rays?
enough. What do you want me to do?
go off, King.
I just think we have the best pitching and they have the most timely hitting. I think they're going to be clutch. I think they've just done it all season, and the Cardinals are going to surprise some people.
And who are the Yankees beating?
The Mets.
Oh,
Want to be really cocky about it.
See,
Mets fans got on my nerves
I
this
love
year.
the Mets. I love Scherzer.
They
all
got
this,
on my
but the
nerves
1-2
this year.
the
I want
Mets
their
1-2
tears.
I just think that it's not going to happen because so many people are going to be on that.
I'm on it.
I know.
I'm all in on the Mets. That's my bandwagon team.
I don't
Definitely.
blame anybody.
I'll
I don't
root for the
blame
Ra-
anybody for taking it.
I'll root for the Rays though. I'll root for the
I'm
Rays.
just saying I don't blame anybody for the Mets, but I just think so many are on it that they won't make it there.
When Randy's not playing the Sox, Randy Rosarina is like my favorite
He's the
player.
best.
He's the
Yeah,
best.
he's awesome when he's not
Is
playing. the
Wander
Yankees,
out
I'm
for the
saying.
season?
Yeah, I think so.
He was my AL MVP pick. That was right
He
out the
got
door.
hurt. He got hurt.
Yeah. Didn't have a chance.
They didn't have
And-
Glasnow or Wander, and they still.
I think mine was Aaron Judge. Kind of should nail it.
62-60-second home run. Where did that land? trying to remember.
In Toronto, like 3rd row.
Did the guy catch it?
One guy did.
it's going
One
over
guy
2
did
million.
that, and like that guy's already a billionaire. So like, fuck that guy. Yeah, it
No.
sucks. I forget
Why is he- why is he
I
the
forget
other-
what he does,
Well,
but
'cause
like he sucks.
Last week we talked about the guy who dropped the 61st.
Frank Lasagna.
That was his name?
That's it. That is his name. The guy that dropped it.
Wow.
I'd kill myself. I would like. There's not much that would.
Don't
make
do
me,
it, Frank.
There's not much that would make me kill myself, but dropping a fly ball for $2 million, I'd kill myself.
We're a big mental health podcast.
Yeah. Don't do it, Frank.
I would do it. That's like one of like 3 total things that would make me do it.
Closing up, we raised close to $6,000 for the Steele Nazz softball tournament in memory of Dan and Dennis Sullivan. And we actually got the invite as when they hand out the scholarship award for the Quincy High player next year. They asked us to come deliver the check to
Let's go.
to the winner. So we'll be there. I'm
We
not
will.
sure. We'll see how many people show up. I think it'll be a great time. Want to thank everyone for tuning in. Heads Better, Justin, Showtime for making this all possible. Big shout out to Slight Edge Fitness and Performance and Braintree. Keep doing you out there. It's getting close to the winter season, man. Let's get in there, start working out, get ready for the summer. I'm the one to talk. I planned to fitness this morning, 7 a.m. Humble brag. First time in a year.
Sick.
Also, big shout out to the law offices of Patrick J. Foley. He's doing well with his picks. Also doing a sweepstakes for Patriots Lions tickets that we can't win, but everyone else can.
Yeah, respectfully.
Respect. That's all from Steele Nazz out here. Episode 96 is a wrap. We'll see you next week.
Yep, we want the cup next week, baby.